in year 2008 at the time of the Bombay crisis. There was a grave and imminent danger of, again, a conventional war erupting between our two countries, which was again avoided. What has happened is that Pakistan has struck an honorable, effective balance of power with a neighbor which is 8 times its strength. What made your scientists and engineers achieve this huge goal? If you remember, or your parents remember, that when President Johnson came to Pakistan in 1964, he met a camel driver on the streets of Karachi who he emulated, and he took him to the United States of America as a guest of the USA. And we all thought that we are nothing beyond a nation of camel drivers. Some students from Government College University, including me, went to India on an excursion trip, and some students from the Indian colleges, they met us and they said, "You have come from Pakistan, which is a nation of cattle breeders and shepherds." So this was the impression that was in the minds and hearts of people around the world of Pakistan in the early 60s. Our nation bent its back, spent its resources, and our scientists and engineers brought it from that level to the present level. We all know that countries run on 2 wheels. One is the wheel of defense, but the other is the wheel of economic growth, of prosperity, and economic wealth. We have seen the Soviet Union fall apart in spite of the fact that it was a big nuclear power, because it did not give due importance to its economic growth. In Pakistan, we realized this greatly, and when I joined the Planning Commission 2.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I was able to look around and see where the potential lies for the development of the nation's economy. It's common sense. When you want to develop the nation's economy, you want to develop the nation's wealth, you look at the nation's natural resources. Look at the Middle East. It only has one natural resource, and that is oil. Their human resource is not a very highly technical advanced resource, but they used foreign technology and foreign help to develop their oil wealth, and today the economy of the Middle East is very strong compared to Pakistan's economy by a large margin, and we look up to it. People go there for jobs, people go there for business, people even invest there in property and take their factories from Pakistan to the Middle East. So in a way, that is a model for us for economic growth. But have we looked at what God has given us in this country? I don't think we have seriously looked at that. The coal deposits in Thar, which we have all been hearing about for the last 22 years, are bigger than the oil deposits of the Saudi Arab, Middle East, Iraq, and Iran combined by a factor of 100. In terms of energy equivalent, they are larger by a factor of 100. But what was bothering me was that up till now, not a kilogram of coal has been mined from Thar. And why was it so? God has given us this huge deposit, this huge wealth, but also He has given you the brains. So this deposit is lying there, but it is not without a challenge. The coal is sitting at a depth of 170 meters on the average. It has a roof which is 30 meters thick rock, which is unbroken. It's like a roof on the coal. It has a floor which is 10 meters thick rock. And between these two slabs of rock, the coal is sitting, and the thickness of the coal seam on the average is about 30 meters. So one single slab of coal extending over 9,600 square kilometers with an average thickness of 30 meters. Imagine what you have got. But there's a catch. There's a challenge for the engineers and for the scientists and for the geologists. And the catch is, you've got a mining department here, they will understand. The catch is that above the roof of the coal, there's an 85-meter long column of water, and this water cannot be drained or pumped out because it is connected to the sea via the run of Kutch. So if you go for open pit mining, you want to mine this coal, you will end up with a lake of water which will be 600 feet deep, and the coal, which is lignite, which is powdered coal, which will be mixed with silt and sand, and it will be lying at the bottom of this lake. So you can't even think of dredging it. So this is the challenge. Now, what does the world do about it? The universities at Wyoming